Hello, YouTube world. My name's Tony, and I am starting a new YouTube channel. Hopefully, you can be inspired and grow in your faith, or if you don't know Jesus, even come to faith in Jesus. If you would do me a favor before I get started today, if you would like and subscribe on this page and help get the word out, that would be amazing. Like I said, my goal in creating this page is two things. One is the spiritual stuff. I want to talk about Jesus, help you grow in your faith, and I want to help you come to Jesus if you don't know Jesus. And then two, you probably see this a little down the road. I love sports, and so I'll be bringing sports topics and having some fun with that, and we can do some interacting. This will be a page where you can leave comments, and there will be different questions that I'll leave for you. But again, the goal is to grow and inspire us to grow in our faith. And so hopefully you enjoy. And so welcome to the YouTube page. Hello, YouTube world. Today, I want to talk about one of the fruits of the Spirit, and I want to talk about the fruit of the Spirit of kindness. I'm going to spend a few weeks on it because I want to do a few different kinds of kindness. A few weeks ago, I got to preach this in my church, and I was overwhelmed by how God moved in people's lives and how people just continue to talk about it and what God was doing in their life. And so I hope today blesses you. I hope today helps you with kindness to yourself. That's what I want to talk about today is kindness to ourselves. And because I believe it starts there. If we are to show kindness to the world the way Christ wants us to show kindness to the world, we have to be willing and able to have kindness for ourselves. And so today, that's what we're going to talk about. And the first question I actually have for you is, and the reason why I want to ask this question is because I believe a lot of people, and especially in church world, I mean, in our world too, if you're not a Christian, we struggle with the view of ourself, of showing ourselves kindness. Many of you guys are hard on yourselves. And if you're a Christian, many of you maybe think that it's wrong to show kindness to yourself. And today, I want to share with you. There's a difference between kindness through the lens of Christ and a self-love of the world of worshiping ourselves. One acknowledges that there is a God in heaven who has sacrificed everything for you, who loves you and cares about you, and his kindness has been shown to us, and he allows us to be able to work and see ourselves the way he sees us. The other is just a worship of ourselves. But I think a lot of times we struggle with that. So the first question I have today for you is this, as why do you think we struggle with kindness, or why do you struggle with kindness for yourself? Why do we struggle with this idea of being kind and loving ourselves the way Christ would love us? So if you'll put it in the comments today, that would be great. And let's encourage each other. Maybe as we're writing these, you'll see that you're maybe not the only one that struggles with this. But I think many people struggle with it for many reasons. And I think one of the reasons we struggle with it is the idea that Christ freely gave us salvation and kindness, and it shows it to us daily. Now it cost him his son, but he gives it to us freely and kindly. And that's hard as a Christian sometimes, to know that there's nothing I could do to earn God's kindness, that it's there whether I take it or whether I don't take it. God's kindness is for us. He's already paid the price. And I was reading a book of Martin Luther, and Martin Luther struggled with this idea of kindness, and later in his life, the Lord worked that out. But there was this idea that there has to be a self-loathing, that you're not allowed to see yourself the way Christ sees you. That you have to almost earn, or you do have to earn your salvation. And that's just not true. Christ gave it to us freely. But we love control, and we love being able to right our own wrongs. And it's a humbling feeling to know that you and we can't right our own wrongs. And so Maybe that's why you struggle with it. And I know Martin Luther struggled with that, of trying to earn that forgiveness. And as he studied and went through things, he figured it out. The Lord moved in his life. And some of you almost would rather, you'd almost rather earn your salvation and do the hard things. Some of you for years, and I hope you get set free of this today as you're listening to this. Some of you for years, the reason why you haven't experienced joy and peace is because you think it's a badge of honor to earn your salvation by carrying the guilt that comes with. And Christ doesn't want us to carry the guilt. He's already shown the kindness, and he wants us to see us through the lens of that kindness. And so, in Galatians even says the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, kindness, gentleness, self-control, patience. And all of these things are fruits that should be in our lives and out of our lives. And so, if you're having a trouble showing yourself kindness, or maybe you're not a Christian, you're like, you know what, I don't have peace. I don't, I know that I've heard the self-love thing, but I still find myself in the same spot. Can I tell you today, Jesus's kindness is for you. And if you can see yourself through that lens, man, you're going to be able to love the world. You're going to be able to walk as his child, because we are his children. And if you're a parent, you would recognize this. Or even if you're not a parent, you've seen good parents do this. You see them for their kids, loving their kids. Yes, they discipline their kids. Yes, there's a time to steer them in the right direction. A good parent loves them and takes them in the right direction. But in a Christian world, sometimes people only know the judgment side of God, and that's real and that's there. But as a Christian, have you seen the side of God that he sees you as his child, and that he's proud of you for things? Do you even know the things that he's proud of you for? Do you walk knowing that, man, God's in heaven going, you're my kid and I'm proud of you. I'm proud of the way you love other people. I'm proud of the way you work hard. I'm proud of the way you're raising your family. I don't know. I think we struggle with that. And a lot of times people leave church, and maybe you're watching this video and you've left church because of this, because you left church because you only know the judging side of God. You haven't experienced the Father side, where you can sit on his lap, where you can sit at his feet, where you can experience his presence, where you can experience his joy, where you can experience him coming and loving you. I remember a time I was on a retreat as a teenager, and I just was needing the presence of God. And I remember sitting, and I'm not a person that usually gets a lot of vision, like pictures. And while I was praying, the Lord gave me a picture of me and him walking by a riverbed. And while we were walking by it, it wasn't one of those times where he's like, hey, you need to ask for forgiveness for this or do that. The whole thing was he's just walking and going, Tony, I'm so proud of you. I love you. I'm so proud of the way that you're doing this. I'm so proud of the way that you're having that. And I just got up from that prayer with a big smile on my face. And God has that for every single one of us. If you're stuck in this judgment side of God, and it's real, I'm not saying God doesn't judge things and he doesn't call us to repentance, but it's not just that. If that's the only part of your relationship with God, you are missing so many good parts of God. He loves you. He wants to spend time with you on the good things. He wants to talk to you daily. His kindness is for you and me. And so what I want to encourage you today is, do you see yourself in the kindness of the Lord? Do you see yourself as his child, forgiven? Do you know the things that he's proud of you for? And if you don't, I want you to take a moment and take some time this week and ask God, hey, Lord, would you just show me what you're proud of? Show me where, and build that part of your relationship with him, because man, that's a beautiful part of the relationship with the Lord. And so maybe the last question I have for you is this, is maybe if you've heard the Lord say some of those things, what are some of the things that you know in your life that God is proud of. And write that down in the comments. I think it's important to write those things and know those things. But this week, if I could leave you with anything, see yourself in the lens that Jesus sees you in, and show yourself the kindness that Christ has shown you, because we will never be able to show the world the kindness that God has if we don't see ourselves and the kindness that He has for us. Have a blessed day. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.